classrooms and playrooms across the country are putting adults on high alert following yesterday morning's confirmation that children of CEOs and bankers are becoming increasingly misbehaved when playing with other children. We take you now to reporter Nancy Burns, who is live on the scene of the most recent meltdown.
Well, Anderson, it's just shocking here on Sesame Street. Usually games like Jenga and Twister require cooperation and teamwork, but certain children are consistently sabotaging their playmates' fun. This is the aftermath of the Jenga game, in which a 7-year-old, Mason, ruined the fun by deliberately, recklessly removing pieces from the foundation. What do you want to do when you grow up, Mason?
The CEO of AIG, just like my daddy.
Why?
I get all the A's just like AIG does. So I will be cool.
Okay, but don't you feel sorry for all your friends?
I made them sign contracts, so it's their fault.
That's terrible, Nancy. Now, how is this different from just plain childish greed?
It's not really, actually. For some reason, they just seem intent on tearing down what everyone else has already worked towards building up.
Interesting phenomenon. We have famed economist Alan Greenspan to tell us more about the situation.
Well, the present macroeconomic volatility has cascaded throughout the world due to the phenomenon of financial globalization. With increased financial integration in addition to capital account liberalization, the static synchronization of business cycles has lessened considerably in extent, producing a peculiar economic and moral battoir of sorts in a trickle-down process of age.
Exactly, Alan. I'm glad for these children rapidly learning what it takes to survive in this world. After all, you have to break a few eggs to make an omelet, right?
Yes, it seems to me that children of all ages and from all walks of life have come to realize their responsibilities to grow up as CEOs and executives.
Right, and this ensures that the economy of the future will remain increasingly brain corrupt and morally deficient.
That's great to hear. Thanks for your input, Nancy and Alan.
No problem, Chris.
We will now explore the story of two American families obsessed with one-uppings. This countrywide phenomenon has leaked its way into households as the idea of change sweeps the nation and makes people want to be the best. We'll go now to Natasha Brown for more.
I'm here in Austin, Texas, the home of two young American families who may seem ordinary on the outside, but the Jones and the Chans are far from normal. They've been locked for years in a feud for ultimate perfection.
So the Jones couldn't be reached as they're on vacation. We have Mr. Chan here today to talk to us. Mr. Chan, can you tell us what happened?
Why, yes, you see, in 2002, I had my eye on this lovely white picket fence. But I only make $20,000 a year and $33,000 in debt. So I decided to hold up on my white fence until I received my next paycheck. As soon as my blank statement came in the mail, I picked up the phone, and then the delivery boys were on their way.
So what did you do when they delivered the fence?
Yeah, I just charged it. The express shipping was a little more expensive than I thought it would be. I was perfectly happy though, until 3 weeks later I saw the same Home Depot truck drive up to the Jones house, delivering the same white fence. Can you believe the nerve?
How did that make you feel?
Well, it made me angry that they could be so impudent, especially when I told that they also ordered a new limestone mailbox, which is all the new rage. When that happened, I couldn't wait until my next check.
So what did you do then?
What do you think I did? I bought beautiful shelters for my windows, and I had my gardeners rip out all my buffalo grass and plant monkey grass. That'll show those dang neighbors. It was worth every cent to show those fakers up. All 7,000 of those Washingtons.
Did you win the battle then?
No, after I had the monkey grass planted, the Jones family bought 5 solid Vigari crystal garden gnomes.
Did that offend you?
Immensely. I mean, who do they think they are? My wife and I agreed that we couldn't let them win, so I immediately beautified my lawn with a beautiful fountain that spurts liquid gold.
Isn't that quite expensive?
No, not at all. It's definitely within my means of living.
Well, Natasha, this really does seem to be a problem. When do you think it's going to end?
It's hard to say, Anderson, but if I were to bet on it, I would say death. Word on the street is that the Chans are planning to get all 3 of their children into Ivy League schools, which is an extremely low blow considering that the Jones only have 2 offspring to gamble with.
I guess Americans really do love to be on the top. Stay tuned after this commercial break when we talk about the newest rage in science.
There's strong, and then there's Ivy Strong. It's not just the strength to obey, but the strength to command. Not just the strength in numbers, the strength in calculators.
106.81, sir.
Not just the strength to lift, the strength to raise your GPA. Not just the strength to get over, the strength to get over yourself. Because you're never gonna get in. There's nothing on this green earth stronger than the Ivy League. Because there's nothing on this green earth stronger than the Ivy League obsessive. They're strong, and then there's Ivy Strong.
Welcome back to Bunyan News Network. I'm Christina Kim. Our next story, a crackdown on crack. How young kids are finding more and more creative ways to get high with adults known to the solution.
The newest rage on the teen drug market is produced using easily accessible household items, Tylenol, orange juice, and hot sauce. Dubbed Fruity Pebbles for its colorful appearance, the new drug is the latest craze amongst elementary school kids and extremely dangerous. It's got adults scrambling across the nation for ways to stop the young generation from doing what they did when they were kids.
Now,
I had no idea that normal things could be used to make drugs. I'll definitely make sure to be more aware of what is lying around my house and what my child is doing at home from now on.
Many parents have become concerned with the increase in prescription pill abuse and decided that requiring prescriptions is no longer effective in protecting their children from abusing medicine. Consequently, parents have started to blame supermarkets for marketing drug supplies obtainable to underage kids. Walmart, in particular, responded to these complaints by employing bouncers to physically enforce age restrictions on different areas of the store.
well, basically it was the only idea we had left. So we're trying bouncer thing for a while and see if it works. And if it doesn't, then we're sorry for all the employees that we're now taking away. And we can't afford the bouncers. And we're also sorry that your kids are high all the time. But we honestly have no idea how they're going to be getting these items if we've got these bouncers. If that's still happening, then I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's bigger issues at hand. I mean, it couldn't have been anything else. It couldn't have been the parents, right?
Unfortunately, early reports indicate that kids strangely are still overdosing and abusing various recreational drugs. The police and other community leaders are extremely puzzled about the continual use when they have taken all measures to prevent young kids from getting drug material.
Ain't no underage kids gonna be getting drugs while I hear. Hey, let me check your ID. Alright, we straight.
Hey, do you want some of those? Yeah. The FBI is investigating what some say must be a massive pharmacy conspiracy stretching back perhaps since the inception of the 70s. It's the last hope in the question of how the nation's children are still using drugs. Hopefully, with further installments of age restrictions placed on supermarkets, younger children will be unable to further abuse prescription pills.